Y'all, how did we get here? How did we get to a place of such disrespect for each other? Now, I want to be clear. I am not in favor of hitting children. But I was raised in a way that my mother hit me. She spanked me, she popped me, she threw things at me. Just, sometimes it was brutal. I am not in favor of that. When I was a young mother, there's quite a few years between my first two children and my last two children. And I changed a lot as a mother during that time. My first two children, I did hit. And a couple of times I lost my temper and I probably hurt them in ways I shouldn't have. I know I did. And it taught me a lesson. I don't want to raise my children like that. So my last two children, things were quite different. I had a wooden spoon with my son, and I'd kind of pop him, but I made sure I kept my calm. And my last child, I never hit, ever. And I don't think she needed to. And she's almost 19 now, and I tell her, you're not too old to get a spanking, miss. There's a first time for everything, and I tease her about that. But I just want to say I'm not in favor of harming someone. I think it can do damage. It did damage to me. I know it did damage to my oldest kids. But how did we go from not spanking our children to allowing them such disrespect? When I was growing up, we didn't talk to people like that. We just didn't do it. You didn't talk to your parents like that because they'd beat the holy hell out of you. You didn't talk to someone you knew like that because they would beat the holy hell out of you. You didn't talk to a stranger like that because they would beat the holy hell out of you. But we've gone to this mask behind the keyboards with the birth of the internet, that we think that it's okay to type these things to strangers that on the street would have got us severely harmed, still will actually, if you said it in person. So how did we get here? And how do we go back? Because, y'all, it's not okay. It's not okay to say some of the things that you people say to strangers. It's not okay. Learn your respect. Enforce your respect. Think about when you go to type something to a stranger, what would your granny say if she saw you say that out loud? And if your granny's still alive, say it. I dare you. Say it out loud in front of your granny. That you're thinking to say this to a stranger. It might make you think a little bit before you hit that send button.